'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were laid by the fireside with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Now the children were nestled snug in their bed, with visions of sugar plums dancing in their head, and Mamma in a kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I rose from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew in a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. Now the moon on the breast of the new fallen snow cast the lustre of midday on the objects below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sledge and 8 tiny reindeer. The little old driver, so nimble, so quick, I knew in an instant it must be St. Nick. His coursers like eagles, so swiftly they came, he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now Vixen, Comet and Cupid, Donner and Blitzen, to the top of the porch, to the top of the hall, dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle, take to the sky. So up to the top of the rooftop they flew, with a sledge full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling, up on the roof, I heard the prancing and dancing of each tiny hoof. As I withdrew my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot. His clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had on his back. He looked just like a peddler carrying his pack. His eyes, how they sparkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. He was jolly and plump, this jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. But a wink of his eye and a nod of his head soon gave me to know there was nothing to dread. Without saying a word, he went to his work, and he filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying a finger aside of his nose, with a nod of his head, up the chimney he rose. He jumped to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and I saw him fly away like the down of a thistle, and I heard him exclaim, ere he went out of sight, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. He was a good man, a strong man, a man who would always, through all of his life, he'd taken pieces of leather and he would cut them and hammer them and stitch and sew and make the finest shoes in all of this world. But now he was old and he was cold, and all he had in all of this world was one last piece of leather, for things had changed inside. God rest ye merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay, for Jesus Christ our Saviour was born on Christmas Day. You do that so well. And they waited And they waited, and they waited, and they waited, and they waited. Bigger, better, harder, and stronger. Can you do that with me? Bigger and better, harder and stronger. He thought, if I have 2/3, then at least it is something. And on he walked. And he came to the side of the castle, and there was the king's steward. And she fell fast asleep. And when she was asleep, at the heart of midnight, there came 3 knocks upon the door. You can help me if you want to. 3 knocks upon the door. Haven't done it yet. 3 knocks came upon the door, but you were ready. I like that. 3 knocks came upon the door. 1 and 2 and 3. And here she heard a voice. They were deep and dark. The voices said, "Babushka, babushka, babushka." She opened up the door and she could not believe her eyes. In fact, she gasped. Can you all gasp with me? It was louder than that. They all gasped. And the Pendragon made sure that everyone who lived in that country was safe, because there would be many battles and wars. But Sir Clegus would have to sell his farms to make sure those beautiful Christmas trees. And she saw the food, and she shared it with all of her friends. And from that time, everyone wanted to know the story of the dog and the peacock, and how they had helped the old woman. And she would sit with other people at that Christmas time by the side of their fires and eat well on a Christmas time. Good King Wenceslas last looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Brightly shone the moon that night, though the frost was cruel, when a foreman came in sight, gathering winter on the air like the down of a thistle. And I heard him exclaim, ere he went out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Well done. Just my side. We'll go home.
Fantastic.
Last chant. And how the rain in a manger, no crib for a bed, the little Lord Jesus laid down his sweet head. The stars in the bright sky look down. Last times. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride one horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom McConville. You are being fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Woo.